Chapter 861. General Geno's aura was not particularly strong among the legendary swordmasters of history. In fact, his sword mark on the wall of sword marks in the capital was noticeably shorter compared to the one left by the first emperor, and its power was not as profound as those of other swordmasters recorded in history. Yet, the reason he was called the most respected swordmaster on the continent was not just due to his incorruptible nature and the upright life he led as proof of it. Gino Bordelli, born into a humble noble family in his youth, lived a life of constant wandering until he reached middle age and became a swordmaster. Despite his noble status, he sought a life closer to the common folk, learning the sword wherever he could. His sword, honed and perfected through his journey, was said to embody the greatest freedom and restraint of the continent. He was a sword master who could slice an apple into 6 pieces with his aura alone, an almost miraculous feat given its difficulty and complexity. His technique was unbound by convention, supported by immense perseverance and delicate finesse. That was Gino Bordelli. Though he had not engaged in combat for a long time, his experience never rusted. General Gino's sword maintained its own pace, never acting rashly. Unlike young awakeners who were not yet accustomed to their abilities and often got swept up in the excitement of battle, he was different. Instead of leading the charge against monsters, he focused on helping awakeners who were in danger during fights. Many who disregarded their own safety were spared severe injuries thanks to Gino's efforts. Be cautious, there are still many foes to face. It would be a pity to withdraw now due to an early injury. With just his presence and a sword in hand, he inspired respect effortlessly. Those who witnessed him naturally calmed their excessive excitement and, as if by a silent agreement, followed him. The atmosphere, once like a raging herd of buffalo, softened. United in a single purpose, they resembled a fine-honed sword. The empire's greatest swordsman thus began to fulfill the role Kishir had entrusted to him, step by step. So it is General Gino himself. My presence here is no longer needed. Eh? You are? Meghna, who had been gathering the injured and non-awakeners left behind while watching her revered master's back, turned in surprise at the unexpected low voice. Nathan Zuckerman, whose arrival had gone unnoticed, was staring expressionlessly towards where General Gino was. Neither General Gino nor Meghna expected to see him again so soon, as he had vanished in the opposite direction the moment he arrived. All Meghna knew about Nathan was that he was a former servant of Duke Paleta turned knight and, surprisingly, another swordmaster. Having never witnessed it herself, despite her master's recognition, she harbored some doubts, but not realizing his approach until he spoke right beside her. It's true. Even though she was not yet a swordmaster, Meghna Karliva was one of the Empire's finest swordsmen, ranking among the top 10. To completely deceive the senses of a knight of her caliber was something she had only ever experienced with her master. Therefore, this knight, who had lived quietly in service without gaining any fame, truly possessed skills on par with Gino Bordelli. Has Sir Zuckerman cleared the area where he was assigned? Meghna asked cautiously. Nathan Zuckerman, his expression unchanging, replied, Yes, I prioritized handling the monsters approaching the area where the non-awakeners were gathered. Now, I plan to observe the situation from the higher vantage point and then address the most dangerous areas first. The task seemed perilous to undertake alone. However, when Nathan Zuckerman spoke of it, it sounded as simple and natural as listing household chores. Meghna wondered, does becoming a swordmaster relieve one of all tension? She swallowed her doubts and nodded in agreement. Understood. I will relay that to the general if he inquires. Please signal if you require assistance from our side. Though, as a sword master, you might not feel the need for it, she said. I don't think so. Nathan unexpectedly replied, addressing Meghna's concern that her words might have offended a sword master's pride. I alone cannot fend off all those monsters. I would gladly welcome cooperation from Adjutant Karliva. Oh, is that so? Then that's good to hear. Meghna replied awkwardly, and Nathan, seemingly about to turn away with his sword, paused his step. He looked at Meghna with an indecipherable gaze before speaking. Duke Paleta, my lord, always said that the hands of many ordinary people are much stronger than the power of one great individual. Even the most extraordinary sword master is still bound by human limitations and can never be absolute. There was a moment of silence. I prefer to be known not as a sword master, but as a knight serving my lord. I hope you can see me that way, Nathan said before swiftly leaping away. Meghna watched the direction he disappeared into, lost in thought for a long time. A knight serving his lord, not a sword master. His words somehow awakened a long forgotten sense of her own name and existence. Is that so? I'm not a swordsman aspiring to be a sword master, but an adjutant serving the general, currently responsible for commanding and safeguarding this place in his stead. Adjutant Karliva. Just then, someone urgently called out to Meghna. She quickly turned and ran towards the voice. Now, her eyes adeptly commanding with her hand, no longer following her master's path. What on earth is this? Meanwhile, Keval struggled with the crown prince in his arms, his face twisted in distress from the fiercely pounding hail. With each step, the sensation of his feet sinking into the mud was dreadful. It hurts. It's cold. It smells disgusting. Until recently, the barrier erected by Yither that trapped Keval and the crown prince had been incredibly robust. Regardless of the loud noises outside or the falling debris, the wall had resiliently repelled everything. Its sudden disappearance coincided with an enormous sound and the inexplicable crack in the pitch-black sky. Keval was at a loss, floundering in confusion. Initially, he had expected either to appear soon, but no matter how long he waited, he did not show. With the hail coming down so fiercely, he couldn't just leave the crown prince lying there. His only option was to carry him to safety. Keval draped his coat over the crown prince's head and carried him on his back. Despite appearing young and frail, the crown prince, being in his late teens, was not light. His steps were slow and tense, wary of the unknown dangers that might appear at any moment. Keval, fighting back hot tears, fervently cursed Yther. That damned monster, promising an unbreakable barrier until his return, and then just leaving us like this. Is he telling me to just fend for myself now? Yes, Keval, you can fend for yourself right now. As if responding to his curses, a hail of ice struck Keval's forehead 3 times in quick succession, then bounced off his back, hitting the crown prince as well. Good job, hail. Keval, blinded by the sudden pain, screamed. He jolted at a groan from behind. Where is this? Your Highness, Crown Prince, are you conscious? Knight Keval. Finally, Crown Prince Kachin regained his senses. Opening his eyes, he blinked for a long time, struggling to grasp reality. He only frowned when another hailstone struck his shoulder. Where exactly are we? I remember I was going to help the sage, but where is this dreadful place? When did you come and bring me here? Keval quickly answered, ensuring the crown prince would not suspect him. We are still in the temple, Your Highness. I was so shocked when I heard that rioters had appeared. He told him that he had found him unconscious after being attacked and had been hiding with him. Keol conveniently left out his encounters with the Star of Nagran and Yudin, embellishing his own efforts in the story. However, the Crown Prince grew angry before Keol could finish his explanation. What? Then what about the sage? You mean to say you brought me here without even checking on the sage? Your Highness, this is not the time for that. We need to escape to a safe place as quickly as possible. Be quiet. Who asked for your opinion? Fire flashed across Keol's cheeks at his rebuke. The Crown Prince, fuming, shook the hand he had slapped against his cheek. Keol, it's time. Drop the dead weight.